Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're going to tackle a huge financial concept, one that pops up everywhere, from winning a lottery to just, planning for the future. But forget the boring charts and textbooks. We're going to do this with a story about a magic money tree.
So, our story starts with a pretty amazing discovery in a world where finance has a little bit more, well, magic to it.
Seriously, just imagine it. You're out for a walk, and bam, there it is. A tree that's kind of glowing, and instead of apples, it grows cash. What's the first thing that goes through your head?
Now, this tree makes you a promise. It's going to give you a nice, crisp $3,000. Not bad for a walk in the woods, right? But like with any good magic, there's a little twist. See, it's not just a one-time thing. The tree promises to give you that $3,000 every single year for a whole decade. That's 10 payments. Suddenly, the question gets a lot trickier, doesn't it? What is that promise actually worth today? To figure that out, we actually need to talk about something else entirely. Something we all get on a gut level. I like to call it the cookie problem. Let me ask you this, and be honest. Would you rather have a delicious, warm, gooey chocolate chip cookie right this second, or the exact same cookie a week from now? Yeah, almost all of us are going to say, give me that cookie now. That immediate gratification, it just feels better. It's worth more to us. It's just how we're wired.
And that simple idea, that's the whole point. Money works exactly the same way. A dollar in your pocket today is worth more than the promise of a dollar next year. Why? Because you can use it. You can invest it, spend it, whatever. The future is a bit of a mystery, and waiting has a price. So, how do we solve this puzzle for our magic tree? How do we figure out the value of all those future payments? Well, the world of finance actually has its own kind of magic for this, a tool to solve this exact problem. Let's call it the shrinking spell. Now, the official name for our little spell is the discount rate. It's basically just a percentage we use to shrink that future money down to what it's worth in the present. It's the mathematical way of dealing with our cookie problem, that feeling that sooner is better than later. For our story's sake, we're going to say the power of our shrinking spell, our discount rate, is 5%. Just think of that number as the cost of waiting. It's how much value that future money loses for every single year you have to wait to get your hands on it. And here's the really cool part. This spell gets stronger over time. That $3,000 you get next year, yeah, it shrinks, but just a little. But the payment that's 5 years away, it's got to travel further through time, so it shrinks a whole lot more. And that very last payment, a full decade from now, whoa, that one shrinks the most. The further out the promise, the less it's worth today. Okay, I know, we've got a magic tree, a cookie craving, a shrinking spell. It all sounds a bit like a fairy tale. But I promise you, this magic is one of the most powerful real-world concepts in all of finance. This is it, the big question. We've used our 5% shrinking spell on every single one of those 10 future payments. We've calculated the today value for each one. So if you could just get the tree to give you the whole shebang all at once right now, what's in that treasure chest? Around $23,000. And I know what you're thinking. Hold on, 10 payments of $3,000 is $30,000. And you're absolutely right, it is. But because of the time value of money, our cookie problem, the present value of that $30,000 promise is only worth about $23,000 today. That's the shrinking spell in action. And that's really the key here. This isn't just some weird thought experiment. Understanding present value is a skill, a tool that helps you make way better decisions in the real world. I mean, you see this stuff everywhere. Ever wonder why a lottery winner can choose between a smaller lump sum now or bigger payments over time? That's present value. How do investors figure out how much a company's worth? They guess its future profits and then shrink them back to today. Even planning for retirement is all about this. You're figuring out what a future stream of income is worth to you right now. So if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Money isn't static. It has a time dimension. And any promise of money in the future, whether it's from a magic tree or a retirement account, has a real, concrete, calculable value right here, right now. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. The next time you're faced with a choice, a job offer with a bonus down the road, an investment opportunity, you now have the magic to look past the sticker price and ask the real question, what's it actually worth today?